G'day guys, it's Phantom, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, where Mario and Luigi travel through Mushroom Kingdom to try and stop Bowser from taking over everything. Yeah, so I watched this film yesterday, pretty much like the first screening, really. So that was cool. It was packed. I saw it on the bigger screen, and yeah, it was packed. Kids filled the theater. Grandparents and their grandkids were there, and it was pretty much like a kids movie opening. Well, it was, and that was really cool to see. And luckily, I didn't have any problems, which is good. My earliest memory of Mario was, of course, Mario Kart. That when I went to some friends' houses, they had a Wii, and we just played Mario Kart. A lot of fun. And I used to have a DS as a kid. We went to Super Mario's game, and we stayed up past our bedtime playing with each other, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. Mario was a huge part of my childhood, and finally seeing a movie about Mario that isn't bad like the one in the 90s. I had no idea where they were going with that. But we have an animated Mario movie, and we can say that we have one. And I am very glad to say that it is not bad. Is it amazing? No. Is it this huge milestone in animation? No. Is the storytelling outstanding? No. It is very simple, but the animation is obviously top tier. Illumination, who made this movie, always has amazing visuals. The animation is top tier. I would even go to the extent of saying that it is probably better than anything that Pixar or Disney has done with the animation. But that is kind of a stretch. But Illumination, with all their movies, have amazing animation. Doesn't mean that all of their stories is amazing, but I can always give praise to their visuals, which this movie has amazing visuals. It has heaps of Easter eggs that tie into the games, of course. With the story, it's pretty generic. It is Mario. Well, it is this main character who needs to stop this bad guy from destroying everything for a whatever cause. And with this one, obviously you play the game. Bowser wants to marry Princess Peach. It's not a spoiler because it's in the games, and if you play the games, then you would know. You know the law of the world if you play the games, and if you haven't played the games, I don't know if you had a childhood or not, but I'm not trying to insult anybody that hasn't played the games. The voice acting across the board was pretty good. The standout, of course, Jack Black. He stole every scene that he was in. I think that he had the most fun every time that he was on screen. He just brought the most light, and it was just a lot of fun. Let's talk about Chris Pratt's Mario, because of course we have to talk about that. Was he good? Yes, he was. I know some people wanted him to have, the Italian accent, like the heavy Italian accent from the games. And I think that if that was the case for the entire runtime, it would get irritating and annoying. So going this route, I think, was the best choice that they made. And on Chris Pratt's part, I think that he did fine. Luigi, is probably the best of the brothers, like in terms of the voice acting. His part of the movie, like his character development and all that, was fine. It wasn't too much, but it was fine. Toad, Egan Michael Key, who voiced Toad, I have no idea how he did it. Obviously, I saw some interviews where he basically showed how, but I'm like, how does that voice come out of that guy? It makes no sense, but he was very, very, very funny. There was this one character who, if you know who I'm talking about, he is a blue character, a small character. If you've seen the movie, then you probably know what I'm talking about. I would never think that I would see a character like that in a kids' movie like this. Everything that came out of his mouth, or its mouth, was very concerning, but a total mood. I can relate. I'm okay, guys. I'm fine. I have to talk about the world that is pretty much built. Every location, every set piece, all was everything that I wanted to be in this film. We have the Mushroom Kingdom. We have Donkey Kong, and the jungle. That part of the movie was pretty cool with all Donkey Kong and all that. That was cool. Seth Rogen did an amazing job. Of course, it's going to sound like him, but this is what you'll get from Seth Rogen. From the moment that we meet Donkey Kong to the rest of the film, it picked up so much. The negatives that I have, I explained before. The plot, the music. Obviously, you have the original Mario music, which is all nostalgic, very cool. I love the Mario soundtrack. But was it really necessary to have 80 songs in it? I mean, it hypes up the movie, but it didn't really need to be in it. Overall, it was a very fun time, a very funny. Just watch it, support it. If you want to watch it, go ahead. I think that if you are a huge Mario fan, then it will be a great time for you. Obviously, not everybody's going to like it, which is fine. I did. So, yeah. Anyway, that was my review. What were your thoughts on the film? And yeah, have a good one.